All right, welcome back to Sheets Cup Series. We have Toad Warrior on the pole for the second road course of the schedule. There's everyone else's starting positions. Let's get rolling. All right. And the pace car is off. We're going to get ready to go green here. .41 cars. Green flag at Inferno pool. The one thing that's going to be apparent throughout the day is that the inside lane is going to be the preferred line by far here. We already see some battling back here. 3 wide with Christian Russell trying to get to the point. But the top two have bailed away here. There's Jonathan Martin looking for a pass, but isn't quite going to be able to get it. I think he actually has the better car. Like, he is consistently on the back bumper of the 34. Whoa. Don't want to wreck him, but a bump and run is advisable in this situation. Christian Russell to third, says lap 59 in fourth. Carter Friesen in fifth. See, we're still 2-3 wide back there. Kind of straightened out at the front. We see Jerry in seventh. He's doing very good in the points and probably my early pick for the championship. I really want to see this margin here since the 88 is all over the 34. Don't want to get too close because you'll have to get a little slowed in the corners and that'll cost you some time. Start jumping back. Christian Milano running 10th. Pretty good run so far. Jake Michael trying to make up for Talladega. We have Vent Nation just slightly ahead of Born Ready. People behind the points getting consistently good runs though. I don't see Ryan Caggiano anywhere close though, so that's going to be a blow for him. It's pretty good battles mid-pack here. Ox getting high. He's going to get shuffled out by that one racer and Frodemar. A lot of 2-wide action back here. Kevin Carter, Grayson Acevedo, Duke, 88. I think I see Lucas Cram on. He was on the outside of 3 wide for a second there, but found a place to get somewhat in line. Same at Ozcon making up positions. Yeah, there's Ryan Caggiano. There's Lucas Cram trying to find a way to stop the bleeding. See Custer Nation, Damian Blue, Keshawn Richardson, and Josh Drake round out the back of the field. As Jonathan Martin did find a way to pass that 88. Toad Warrior settles back into fourth. Let's see if Christian Russell has anything for Jonathan Martin. Actually, and when we have a yellow out, was going to go to a different camera, but caution is out on track. Let's see who that's between. Oh, the 87 of Joe Nemechek goes around. Yeah, that's not sure how handy that corner is for passing, but Custer Nation got into the 87 of Joe Nemechek. It's not really a good way to start his day. He's already low in the points. Not really going to help him all that much, if at all. And let's go back to live real quickly. Not really sure if these guys need to pit. They haven't had that many laps, and it is hard to pass, but the fall off is extreme. You see a lot of the leaders pitting now. Everyone 20th place pitting. Caden has a little bit of rear damage. This might be a visual glitch, but ooh. Yeah, just the stack up. The Jelly Greenland getting some hood damage as well. Don't think the pacing distance is good enough, but see how that pans out. Yeah, he's going to have to shear that off. 51 of Kurt Busch also sheared the hood off of his car. Keyshawn Richardson with major hood damage from the stack up there, back when the drivers were still 2 and 3 wide. You know, a lot of torn up shit. As whoa, not sure why the 34 was still in his box, but they're gonna have to get sorted out here before they go back racing. What the fuck is the pace car? It's gonna be a spread out restart since they're already in the S's near the entrance of pit road, and some of these guys are still a little bit behind. Jonathan Martin, Christian Russell, Carter Friesen, and Jerry will take them back to green. And we're back racing. Bit of a delayed reaction there, but F4 Ace has already gotten to the low sides. The drivers like Jake Michael, that one racer trying to get low on their opponents. But 3 leaders are still leading out. Whoa, Jerry and Carter Friesen ran high going into that turn, as they're going to it's going to punish them greatly going through the S's. Oh, contact made by the 55 and the 38. I wouldn't say save it, they just kind of banged a little bit, but that's going to throw them back. 29 making some progress with the 83 in front of him. As our 2 leaders are kind of pulling away, Christian Russell, Jonathan Martin. There was a couple leaders that were up front, like David Stremme, Toad Warrior. They're kind of at or near the back fighting around, as Keyshawn Richardson did DNF due to the stack up. So we still have 40 cars on track. Whereas Robbie Gordon's our new 3rd place. Jake Michael behind him. And now let's go to our spectator camera. Just see Eli in 5th. That one racer 6th. Frodemar in 7th. Ace in 8th. Carter Friesen in 9th. And Jesus Hernandez in 10th. When it comes to the high points positions, look at Ryan Caggiano. He's making up a lot of ground. Probably doing better than Vent and Bourne right now, as he's kind of racing Jerry. Zach Ryan up to 17th. See Vent talking about him earlier, he's an 18th now. See Zach Ryan trying to get the run around B-Man, but they come into that one corner that can save you if you're on the high side. It's Born Ready in 20th. Christian Molina and Dino Racer. Well, Dino Racer moving high. Stremme gets the pass. I think Sislak 59 is trying to do the same thing to Dimmy Bunce, and Joe Nemechek making up some ground. What position is he in? Because he spun earlier, but he's made his way back up to 26th. Good on him is see Caden, Kurt Busch, and Toad Warrior kind of rounding out the top 30. Josh Drake needs to have a better day than this if he wants to be in the points hunt. LW right near the back, unsurprisingly. Jelly Greenland. Yeah, he also got damage from that caution, so he's near the back. Custer Nation near the back too. And the rest of these guys. Let's go back up to the front. Christian Russell still trying to make the pass on Jonathan Martin, but not really sure who's the faster car. 45.254, 45.23, so is the 56 faster than the 88 is the question. Best thing I like to do is keep a look at this and see if there's any change from lap to lap. And it looks like the 88's kind of pulling away with this one a little bit. That's a big difference in lap time. That time by. As we see Duke 88 trying to get around Racer, but yeah, that right-hander in the middle of the backstretch there is kind of helps the outside lane. So even if you do get a run there, kind of nullifies it, which honestly kind of sucks. But I didn't make this track. I mean, who thought it would be a good idea to put a racing track right next to a freaking volcano? They're not going to build this in real life. There's too much lava everywhere, and it's already hot enough in the cars. Don't need to put these drivers through literal hell. Oh my gosh. Who else is doing good at the points? Jesus Hernandez. He's having a pretty good day as we see Jerry run wide again. I thought Jerry was our top 10 guy. He's dropping spots. Looking like he's going to go back to, I think, 15th, 14th, maybe. I see B-Man NASCAR back there. He's another good in the points guy. But Cade Nat Kings, he's also 7th in the points now, but he's kind of been coasting with his top 5 from Daytona, so I don't really expect him to be a threat for the championship unless he really wants to turn it up. And Dino Racer following up that Talladega win with a 22nd place run so far. It'll be interesting to see if we could get a green flag pit stop to see where these drivers settle out from there, since one attribute of this track I haven't mentioned is the extreme tire fall off. The lap times will drop from like high 44s, low 45s to like upper 40s, and if they stay out long enough, somewhere in the 50s. Whoa, someone ran wide back there. It was Duke 88. Duke, Did Duke already pit? I'm not sure why he's just being displayed as 40th place. Yeah, he's definitely already made his pit stop. That would explain why he was significantly faster than guys like Jake Michael and other leaders around him. So, speaking of tire fall off, the effect is kind of happening right now. If Duke pitted, then he's able to really run down pretty much whatever he wants. But when everyone else pits, then he's going to be the disadvantaged one. So it's kind of a double-edged sword in a way. Robbie, I know you like racing lap down cars pretty hard, but you really want to let this one go. Whereas now the leaders are going to have to let this lap car go. I wouldn't give him too much hell. He's running really good lap times, and yeah, you could see Jonathan Martin ran a 47.4, which is almost 3 whole seconds off his best lap. And it only gets worse from there. Duke 88 just trying so hard to get around this guy. Christian Russell, just let him go. It's not worth it. You ran a 47.9. He actually had to bump you out of the way. Come on, man. I could definitely see why Duke wants to unlap himself before that caution comes in and kind of screws him. So, see how he gets around the 88. Turns up using his speed. And he's just gone at this point. Like, the two car just sailing off now. If he was the leader, then that would be a great pace, but he's not. God damn, 48 sixes. Anybody like going to pit now? I don't see anybody pitting. I know there's a pit road cameras, but they don't actually show like the pit road. They kind of show this aerial view where you can just watch all the cars go down the road, seeing who's making passes, who's getting past, who's doing good, who's sucking. See Jake Michael taking third, but Robbie Gordon is going to pit this time. The 7 of Robbie Gordon's in pit road. Is anyone else going to follow him? Since I think now's a good time to pit, and the 7 definitely took advantage of just how shit the tire fall off is. Josh Drake on pit road as well. Kurt Busch. And yeah, with lap times in the high 48s, low 49s, that was definitely the best move that those guys could have made. Another thing about this track that I don't like is that cars don't exit pit road very smoothly. As we see Christian Russell pitting, but a few others, or not a few others, a lot of others are staying out. And I apologize for this rapid fire camera, but it's really best used to illustrate my point that pitting early is worth it. Look at Josh Drake firing around the outside lane trying to unlap himself. Just look at how much he's able to dive in the corner compared to our leader, Jonathan Martin. It's almost insane. Let's go to a helicopter camera to just see who all is going to pit, who all is not going to pit. The leader's finally throwing in the towel. Let's see. Jake Michael follows him in. Well, that I think the 98 just stayed out another lap, so yeah, real shit for him. Unless he wants to lap the whole field, since mass pitting does stack up the field like this. But Michael McDowell ran a 51.1, which is really stupid. He's just going out there, just killing it. You see Josh Drake up. That's not Josh Drake. That's Juan Garcia flying through the track. Robbie Gordon. Like, Robbie Gordon's going to be our leader by far over here, so just take a look at the exit of pit road, since that's really what's absolute chaos for these drivers. I can almost guarantee there's going to be a crash. Whoa, there it is. There's our accident. Jerry to the outside wall as he holds up a lot of guys trying to get out. I'm not sure if there's a caution because of this, but Jerry spun off the bumper of Jesus Hernandez. That really stings. For Jerry, at least, not for Jesus. Jesus is like, well, now fuck him. I don't need him. And remember I said that Duke, yeah, now Duke may be still in the top 10, but he's a punching bag now. And Michael McDowell, a lot of different sequences going on. I mean, the on-track product may be shit, but the pit road sequences are pretty badass, if you ask me. The 7 car is holding it. The 7's kind of holding a big chunk of the field a lap down for Ransom. Starting with David. No, actually, not really that many. It's only really Stremme and Toad that are up shit creek. Robbie Gordon laying it down. Christian Russell got a huge jump from a lot of these guys. And Josh Drake all the way up to third. That's impressive. But I'm not really sure if it's going to last, since the fall off means his tires are going to wear off sooner than others. Just how this track works. Look at Kurt Busch in 6th place without a hood. Good strategy does pay off, and McDowell is in 8th or 7th or something. Whatever. I thought he was the dumbass who stayed out way too long, but he's doing pretty good. Rodemar in top 10. And yeah, there's Jesus Hernandez, Eli Bright. I mean, if you're the 38, then you're kind of mad about what happened there, but like, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. A lot of these guys aren't with the leaders, and you see they're all just spread out. Don't really know where I was going with that. I think, let me just look at the interval, since, yeah, holy shit, that's a big interval, you see. Robbie Gordon way ahead, Christian Russell kind of less ahead, and everyone else just, yeah, but I think Duke 88 went and pitted again. Yeah, he did. I'm not sure why he's running into dark stuff though. Actually, I don't think he pitted yet. Wait, maybe he did. I'm confused. Oh my god. It's just a bad race. For him at least. I think Josh Drake's fall off is really starting to kick in, since you see Ace and Jonathan Martin approaching pretty quickly. We have a next group here. Michael McDowell, with the better tires, can actually make a pass on the outside. That's impressive. Yeah, you can tell the reason I'm not focusing the leaders is because there's like no lead battle. Look at this interval. You got 3.33 seconds, 13 seconds. I mean, I guess we could focus on the eventual battle for third because, oh man, Duke trying so hard to get around that one car, Josh Drake. See the battle kind of heating up for third here. The 88 was pretty good early on, but now with these different pit strategies, I'm not really sure if he can hold on to his top spot. Oh, you can see blast. Yeah, that out. Yeah, I know he's on the outside lane, but you just let Ace get fourth. And now you see Robbie Gordon really starting to slow up now. And that's the last of the lap cars getting their laps back. I think Christian Russell's going to get the lead from Robbie too, so I wouldn't hold your breath for another unsigned driver victory. Heck, caution might come out considering all the bullshit pit road incidents that's happened. Oh yeah, you speak of a battle for third here. It's gonna get nice. The 98 has entered the server. Oh man. Whoa, a little bit of contact there between Ace and Jonathan Martin. You want to know who's really getting roughed up is that 88, losing the spot to Michael McDowell. It's pretty insulting, both in real life and in game, to get passed by a potato-looking human, but I digress. Ace gets to third. Is not really sure what Josh Drake's plan is here to get to the front and keep it there. He used strategy to get this far, but I'm not really sure where he's going to take it from here. Let's go back to Christian Russell's crusading for first. You can see Robbie Gordon's up there, but the fall off for both drivers is getting pretty extreme, so this isn't getting too good for either one of them. I'd estimate that the pit road window or whatever is about 16 to 17 laps, maybe 18 if you have balls. But then again, the first set of pit stops, we had some caution laps that did help conserve fuel. I don't know if AIs conserve fuel in this game. One thing I do know is that a 47.7 is much faster than a 48.3. We'll take a look at the interval for just all the drivers. The one car of Josh Drake hasn't lost too much compared to Robbie Gordon, but he has lost a lot compared to other drivers in his zip code. And everyone else who's on track except for Duke 88 is a lead lap car. So that about wraps up everyone else in a nutshell. I think we've hit that 16 to go threshold, so pitting now would not be a bad idea. It doesn't say how much to go in the corner. I'm just estimating math as we see. Speaking of Duke 80 on the one lap down, he's trying to unlap himself, but one thing he's done in this race is a horrible fuel strategy since he pitted like halfway in the run, so he's fucked either way. Christian Russell trying to light it up for the lead. But first, a lap car is going to get his lap back. Or maybe 56 going to try to make his pass now, but whoa, you're going to go 3 wide there, buddy. That's very brazen of Duke to do, but hey, everyone got what they wanted except the 7 car, so all's well that ends well. But pretty sure that 7 wants it back. They're both running pretty shitty laps, too. Not sure this is where you want to be running 49-second laps, 50-second laps. Oh, yeah, the 1 car already pitted. Yeah, that's right. Speaking of pitted, the 7's in pit road, and the 98's not in pit road. And I think the only 2 drivers that pitted were the 2 drivers that were way ahead of everybody. Ryan Caggiano's in. Oh, Josh Drake's in this time. Racer's in this time. Kurt Busch is in this time. Juan Garcia. They're all kind of spread out, though. But LW Wright comes in. Let's go back to Michael McDowell. And McDowell's actually not the leader, guys. Christian Russell's coming in. Michael McDowell's coming in. Ace, Jonathan Martin. I want to see who's that one dumbass who stays out for way too long. We may not get one of them, though, this time. Last time was Michael McDowell, but nope. Everyone seems to be coming in at a decent rate. Stremian pit road from the previous lap. Ace, Friesen. Yeah, it's just a game of get your shit and get out. See if there's any pit road incidents coming off this time. Actually, Ace is probably the first one off pit road this time, so that's okay. Bourne and B-Man, they make a little contact, but they're okay. I think everyone else is going to get off pit road safely. Oh, never mind. Vent Nation get turned by Carter Friesen. For some reason, when they reckon the gray stuff, it doesn't bring out a caution, which is bad news for the 16. And Sislak 59 and Demi Bonson hit the wall in synchronizing. Don't think that was the word I'm looking for. Grayson Acevedo, last one off pit road. So Ryan Caggiano is winning this race. Seems though the only courses he does good on are the road courses. Christian Russell in second, Robbie Gordon third, Racer fourth, Josh Drake fifth, Jonathan Martin sixth. So this is your bread and butter for your top 10 right now. I'm just going to go through here seeing how everyone else kind of fares in the race. Juan Garcia's a lap down. More than multiple drivers lap down. Yeah, big unfortunate for Vent, Demi, Sislak, and all that other crap that happened. I mean, yeah, this track is wild, but not as wild as Dega No Walls. And thinking that all these drivers pitted at the same time, kind of doesn't leave any room for experimental comebacks, meaning I think unless a caution happens, for 17's in the clear for victory lane. Christian Russell there. Not really sure if he's going to run him down, though. I think he just will run out of time. Pretty difficult to see whether or not it can actually happen. Any drivers just brimming outside the top 10. Frodemar is in the top 10. Bourne's in 11th. A lot of drivers out here. Most of them are kind of brimming around the teens and the 20s. Event Nation kind of got dragged down to 31st. Jerry's back here. Demi's back there. That's about everyone. The question is the 56 closing in? I don't think he's closing in at a rate that matters. Just take a look at this as they both go across the line. 2.44, 2.31. So the 56 is closing. It just isn't significant enough to spark on a battle for the lead. Juan Garcia's kind of stuck a lap down. Here's an interesting battle between the 15 and the 29. I think the 29 has the better car, but not really sure if he can make a pass there. It runs high, which is not good. So that's going to allow Born Ready to catch up to the back of him. See Jake Michael making a pass on Zach Ryan. So I think we got about 6 laps to go, 6 or 7. Then again, I'm looking at like 19th, 20th place. We need to go back to the leaders and sort this shit out. So yeah, coming with about 6 to go. The gap is 2.07 seconds, but at the rate they're closing, he wouldn't reach him. Now in Racer trying to hold off an attack from Jonathan Martin. Some pretty decent runs from some of the guys near the back of the point standings. But yeah, the 88's been up or at near the front all day. So I'd say it's a successful day for them. 7 car had something going, but he'll finish 3rd if this keeps up. I'm not sure if Grayson can unlap himself since his 45.6 compares kind of well to these guys running. Said 45.6, yeah, 45.6, 45.9, 46.3. On that note, I'm not sure if the fall off from the 17 will kick in enough to the point where the 56 can catch him. If that's the case, then that'll be a good battle, but let's see now. 46.2, 46.6, 4 laps with a gap of 1.3. 3. I think now it's totally possible the 56 can catch and pass the 17 in the closing stages of this race. Let me throw a stat up for you. Christian Russell is the highest driver in the points after 7 races that has not scored a top 10. So he's going to have himself, even if he doesn't get the win, he's going to have a great day. A 46.7, a 47.1. So he's knocking down 4/10ths a lap, 3 laps with a gap of 0.9. It's definitely possible he can win now. But if a caution comes out, that's 2 laps that field positions are frozen, and then the 17 gets a boring win. Nobody likes boring wins. And speaking of this 2-car battle for the lead, we have Grayson Acevedo wanting to unlap himself. I guess because it'll make him feel good. I think the battle for the lead is definitely on right now, as we're going to see a 47.1 and a 47.6. Unfortunately for the 56, his progress is going to be impeded a little bit by the 43. But if the 43 gets a run on the 17, then that could be like checkmate for him. So let's see where this guy goes, how he's going to be able to protect his lead. Man, we're in the end game now. It's getting pretty damn good. 2 lead lappers, 1 lap down car. And it's going to have to get hot at the right time. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Oh, 43's gonna unlap himself. And I think now it's definitely gonna have to see if the 56 can get one last run going into the corner. Man, 17 wants to win. He's gonna have to earn it. God damn it! I don't think he's gonna be there. One last shot of S's. Christian Russell, not quite enough to get him, and Ryan Caggiano wins at Inferno Pool. See, Jonathan Martin got the 3rd place finish. Is wow. That was pretty damn close for 8th, but B-Man got it. We'll have to take a look at that interval later. I mean, at this point, we're just waiting for Grayson to finish up since he got himself on the lead lap. Not sure if he had any business disturbing that battle, but congratulations regardless. And that'll finish it up. Wasn't that close for 8th, but yeah, this is a very close finish for a road course. I mean, the top 2 at least. Christian Russell getting a 2nd place finish. See a lot of other drivers padding out their top 10 stats like B-Man, Josh Drake, Frodemar, Born Ready. Even then, you got a mix of high points drivers and low points drivers getting some pretty good mid finishes. And near the back, you see drivers that are barely hanging on to the lead lap and lap cars. It's a pretty damn spread field. But for next time we join us at the Sheets Cup Series, we're going to go to a more realistically fun track like Martinsville. Everybody loves Martinsville. And whatever, see y'all there. Hope you had a good time today. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button because I'm a fucking sellout now. Alright, peace.